Children, next when you see it's sorting a linear list. Sorting a linear list. You know that when sorting two techniques, even bubble sort and insertion sort and all we have learnt. You see here, yeah, the bubble sort and insertion sort algorithm already we have learnt it. Even we learnt in 11th standard. So I'm not going to recall it again. I'm going to take you to the new definition, how to comprehend the list. How to comprehend the list. So he see here the list is given as a list is equal to 2 4 6 8 10. This is my list. How I am going to comprehend, generally how can I represent it, okay, or how can I read elements, or suppose this lst is list is empty, I wanted to store these elements, how can I do it? So list, initially we can declare it's an empty list. Then normally for reading all the elements for the list, we have to use the for statement for I in range 1 comma 6. So I have started from 1. So list dot append I star 2. That means what, here I am going to take the even numbers for the array, because see here the list is 2 4 6 8 10. I am going to take even numbers, so I am giving I star 2. First time it is 1, it will start from 1, so it goes on for 6, so n minus 1 number of elements. So 2 I star 2 means 1 into 2 2. Then again it goes, it takes the value 2, 2 2s are 4, then 3 3 3s are 3 2s are 6, 4 4 2s are 8, then 5 5 2s are 10. So this is the way, normal way we represent. How we are going to comprehend, what is the definition for list comprehension, or what is the meaning, how to comprehend the list in other way, what is the syntax we are going to use, is something new for us. It's given here in 11th standard. It's not given in 11th standard, but it is given here. Maybe we would have come across this, but anyway, you see the list comprehension, see the definition. The other way of creating list, is a concise way called list comprehension. The definition is a concise description of a list that shortens the list creating for loop in the form of a single statement. So without writing more statements, or one more two statements. See, in the previous page we saw, for creating the list LST we had one statement under the for loop, but now you see how we are going to have it. See the comprehended form for the list LST or LST2 equal to I star 2 for I in range 1 comma 6. So I have given within square brackets, I have given I star 2 for I in range 1 comma 6. So now what is happening, now if you print list 2, it will also be containing the same elements 2 4 6 8 10 as what we had in the previous page. See, I star 2 for I in range, otherwise we will be writing print and then you will be entering the elements, but now you'll be entering the element yes or no, but here directly if you write like this, you can get the answer. Okay, this is very simple, you understood. Now we will see another example. Yeah, see how they have comprehended. Instead of writing three statements like this, okay, 1 2 3 statements, this is what I said as comprehension. Okay, see the definition is also given. List comprehension is shorthand for a shorten for a loop that creates a list, and a list comprehension is usually shorter, more readable and more efficient. We will see how it is efficient. So instead of writing these three statements, what I have written is, I have written only one statement, LST, where LST means here you have declared the list is empty. So simply I have written the name of the list, that is equal to, then I have written the brackets as it has come, and inside the brackets I have given this operation, append operation, as I star 2. Then the for loop, whatever we have given there, I have given within one single statement within brackets. That is the comprehended way of writing these three statements in a single statement. I hope you are all following what I am saying. The next one, when you see Yeah, they've given the syntax for this. For set of values to iterate upon, expression creating list. This is the syntax. Okay. I mean, expression creating list means this is the expression. I star 2 is the expression. So, for set of values to iterate upon. So, expression creating list for set of values to iterate upon. So, this is the definition. This right hand side of LST is given a syntax like this: expression creating list for set of values to iterate upon. I hope you are all following what I am saying, right? And now we will see another example for another for loop, more detailed about, that is creating a list based on a condition. We are going to create a list based on condition. How we are going to create? Look at, well, list 3 is equal to empty list for num in range 1 comma 50. It's a for loop, and I have given a condition number percentage 7. That means what? I am going to, append into the list the, what I am going to append, the multiples of 7. You know the what is the meaning of this? Number percentage 7 is equal to 0 means what? Numbers which are exactly divisible by 7 within this range. Okay, so I have to get 7, 14, 21 and so on 49. This has to be created. So how we are going to comprehend it? Instead of writing 4 statement, how we are going to comprehend in a single statement? So the syntax is again expression creating list for is the again for loop statement, set of values and conditions. See the definition. So our list comprehension for the above for loop will be, so instead of writing these 4 statements, what I have done here is list 3 is equal to number for number. So some only number here for num in range 1 comma 50 if num percentage 7 is equal to 0. So all the statements combinedly we are writing inside the square brackets. See please num, because here only number I have to add into the list. So how I am getting the number is, this is the test condition for num in range. So number already we are giving, and then how we are which number has to be sent is only the numbers which satisfies this condition to be sent to the list. See how simple within one statement. But maybe we have practiced like this, we may feel this is something easy for us. But beyond that, within one single statement, we can comprehend your entire 4 statements like this. So then another example is also given. Look at the example. Another list comprehension. The given comprehension is A is equal to, look at, A is equal to num if num is less than 5, else num star 2. See here we have combined 2 conditions. If this is true, else this. This is true. If num is less than 5, we have to store the numbers into the list. Else number star 2 will be stored into the list. So the range is given as 2 comma 9. The range is given as 2 comma 9. So now what will happen if you write like this? See, the above list comprehension will produce a list A. So number less than 5 means you will have, think of, you have what is the range given for the previous question? It's given as something we can even take up to 8. What is the list given here? Yes. Okay, we'll see. Suppose the list we wanted to produce like this, how we have to, so okay, think of, this is only the list you have to produce. So the how will you give? The range is from 2 comma 9, because I'm starting from 2, the range you see. So if you give like this, what will happen? Number less than 5. So 10, 12, 15. Why? Because if number is not less than 5, what you have to do is you have to multiply that number by 2. So more than 5 when it comes, 5, 6, 7, 8 when it comes, it has to be multiplied by 2. That is why we got 10, 11, 14 and 16. I hope you are all following. Okay. For more clarity, what we have done is enclose entire if else part in parenthesis. For your understanding, even you can enclose this if else part within parenthesis, then there will not be any confusion. Then next one, if you see, notice again that with if else we do not give colon in list comprehension. So that colon also have to notice. I have not given any. Normally we will give colon after the if and also else. No need not to be given in list comprehension. In list comprehension, colon not to be given. So please kindly note it. And rest of the examples we'll see in our next video.